والعاقبة للمتقين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وما أرسلناك إلا رحمة للعالمين صدق الله العظيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا ومولانا محمد وبارك وسلم عليه صلاة وسلام عليك يا سيدي يا رسول الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا سيدي يا حبيب الله. Continuing from our dars, we're talking about the fadl and the rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We're talking about the in'am and the ni'mah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has bestowed upon us. And how a Muslim and a believer, it is a duty to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for that ni'mah and to do shukr to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and remember those blessings that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bestows upon us. This month of Ramadan is a month which helps a person to realize and acknowledge the blessings that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given the person. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in Surah Yunus, قُلْ بِفَضْلِ اللَّهِ وَبِرَحْمَتِهِ فَبِذَلِكَ فَلْيَفْرَحُوا هُوَ خَيْرٌ مِّمَّا يَجْمَعُونَ. And O my beloved Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, tell the people, tell them to come into the day of judgment. بِفَضْلِ اللَّهِ وَبِرَحْمَتِهِ, that whenever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bestows His blessing and His mercy upon you, فَلْيَفْرَحُوا, in return, you should be happy. You should celebrate and you should rejoice. هُوَ خَيْرٌ مِّمَّا يَجْمَعُونَ, and this is better than all of that you have collected. All of that you have collected could mean all of the worldly things that you have collected, or all of those things that will benefit you in the life hereafter that you have collected. It is better than all that wealth that you have collected. It is better than all of that gold you have collected. Better than all of that silver that you have collected. Better than all of that mal that you have collected. Or it could mean it is better than all of the good deeds, the righteous actions that you have collected, all of that dhikr that you have collected. If a person does not thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for His blessings and His mercy, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala here is saying to us that if you are not happy upon the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you do not celebrate upon the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there is no point of you collecting all of these things which are also the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The mal is a blessing from Allah, and you have collected it. There is no point of you collecting this mal, saving up this wealth, and not being thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not being happy upon what Allah has given you. There is no point of you collecting all of these good deeds, but it was actually Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who gave you the strength and the ability and the tawfiq. It was from His fadl, it was from His grace that you were able to do all of these good deeds and these righteous actions. So when Allah bestows upon you or gives you His fadl or His mercy, then in return, فَلْيَفْرَحُوا, you should celebrate and you should rejoice. And this month of Ramadan, this is the lesson that it gives us. The Prophet ﷺ said that a person in the month of Ramadan has two happinesses. He is happy twice. One happiness that person will get in the world, and the second happiness will be when he meets his Lord on the Day of Judgment. A person who is fasting will have two happinesses. The first happiness will be when that person will open his fast, break his fast, And the first date of the sip of water that will touch his lips, he will be happy at that time. And the second happiness for a person who fasts will be on the day of judgment when he will meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because of the rada, the pleasure and the reward that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give to the person who fasts. Why does a person be happy when a person breaks their fast? When a person eats at the time of iftar? Why does the person be happy? The person be happy because the whole day is spent in hunger. The whole day is spent in thirst. The whole day is spent in struggling with the nafs, doing jihad with the ego and the desires. Even though a person wishes to eat when they are hungry, even though a person wishes to drink when they are thirsty, but a person controls their desires and their nafs because they know that their fast will break and they know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is watching them. And they know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be displeased if they break their fast. But at the time of iftar, when a person opens their fast or eats, a person is happy. Because when they are fasting, they realize the blessings that Allah has given them when they are hungry through the day. They appreciate the food that they used to eat. They appreciate the drink and the water that they used to drink. They appreciate when a person fasts is not able to drink or eat that food. So this month of Ramadan is a dars and a lesson for the people who fast. That appreciate the ni'mah that Allah gives you. Be happy and celebrate upon the ni'mah that Allah gives you. This month of Ramadan is for us to feel for those people who do not have anything. This month of Ramadan gives us the opportunity to appreciate what Allah has given us and be happy upon what Allah has given us and pray for those that Allah has given what He has given to us. Those who are less fortunate than us. There are people in this world, in countries who do not have any food, who do not have any clean water, who do not have shelter. But we are living in a life of luxury. We are in this country and we've got all of these luxuries. We are enjoying our life. We have different foods even at the time of iftar. We eat the best foods, those that we don't cook the whole year. We put on more weight in the month of Ramadan. But we do not appreciate what Allah gives us. And it is the poor